Celtics are winners. How'd you guys bet that game tonight? What was the number you were on? I'm just going to start out with the refs. How about that? The refs. I hit my bet. I'm happy. Skaz, I'm happy. I also gave you the numbers during the crossover, if you heard or not, but everyone thought the Celtics were just going to whoop the Cavs tonight, and I said, well, when the Celtics are 6 points favorites or less, they kind of struggle. They didn't cover again, but I had the over, first half over. I had Mitchell points and assists. I had a great night. Entertaining game as well. Very entertaining. But we're going to hear about the officials, right? You're driving home from the game. What, are you going to complain about the game? What, Joe Mazzulla left Neemias Queta in too long and it pissed you off? Is that what happened? Or is it Tony Brothers? Again, no one cares about the NBA Cup. But what the Celtics cared about tonight was beating the Cavs. And I know they were without Strus and Wade and some others. Levert. Still won the game by 3. Garland had one of the worst shooting nights of his life. Celtics won by 3. I think Cleveland's a good team. And points in the paint will be the difference. But Al Horford was a monster tonight. He's starting to get hot, right? Slowly but surely. Al didn't really have much of a off season, well, at least during the preseason. He's getting hot. He's getting challenged more in the paint. And tonight he made a difference against Mobley and Allen. He was the difference tonight between Mobley and Allen. Just to look at the box score here when it comes to Al Horford. 20.7 rebounds. He had 3 blocks in the game, had an assist. He was a plus 18 and went 4 for 5 from downtown. Big Al Horford. When you see Kristaps Porzingis warming up before the game, on track and ahead of schedule, well, sometimes you got to go to another big man. And they went to Neemias Queta, who's showed flashes of being able to run with the guys, but oof. Turnovers, pick and roll, points inside the paint. Joe Mazzulla wanted to see how it looked. It didn't look well. They survived it. I thought they were toying with the Cavs at some points. They went up 21 points and then started tinkering. They're not tinkering because they think it works. They're tinkering to see what else works. So, as far as the game goes, I somewhat expected this, but in the end, it was 3 points was the difference. Celtics missed free throws. That one got me. Those free throws that they missed. And I'll give you all the stats and numbers and some of the key takeaways from tonight, because there were just little areas. Like 13 turnovers tonight. Not terrible, but does it lead to points? Yep. Certainly does. When it comes to turnovers, Celtics had 13. I just want to see what the Cavs had. Cavs had 7. Tell me that wasn't a difference in the game. The more and more I keep watching the Celtics play, the things they're tinkering with are ball handlers on double teams and defense in the paint. They're getting hurt in the paint. No doubt about it. But I think they're working on these things when Kristaps Porzingis comes back. So, good win tonight. I don't know where you want to be critical. I figured I'd start with the refs because I know you guys are probably going to hate the refs tonight, but I don't know. I thought it was a nicely contested game. Both teams kind of struggled early on, shook off the cobwebs. Jason Tatum went on a big run at the halftime. Cavs came back into it because they're a good team. That's what they do. Ho-hum, another win for the Boston Celtics. So we can line them up if you're coming home tonight. 617-779-0985. We're here for over an hour. Over an hour tonight. So let's get instant reaction. Benny's in Oxford. Hi, Benny.
Joe, what's going on, man?
Yo.
Listen, it's nice to see Al Horford with those young man legs again. He gets up for these games, huh?
He certainly got up for Mobley in them. I mean, it was a challenge, right? Those guys have been killing it. They averaged 52 points in the paint per night. And Horford, when he was out of the game, you saw how much they missed him.
I feel like, Tatum, I got to mention Tatum played a strong game too, banging down low, getting, I think he had 12 rebounds. So I got to give him his credit there.
That's when they're at their best, by the way. When Tatum's playing the power forward role defensively, right? Banging, rebounding, because he's a great outlet passer. Right? He can dribble from the rebound set. He's so long. He's now becoming so wide, it's hard to get around him in the post. It's almost like he should play down there more.
No, I agree. I actually, when Cato was getting destroyed, which I kind of understand why Joe's doing it, see what you're doing. I feel like Joe's using the regular season this time around. Still getting wins, but more tinkering right now, seeing what he can use in the future. But I almost wanted them to go small and just keep having Tatum play big because he's shown that he can do it. If we're going to get the short in the paint, might as well see what we can, how it works going small. And to get Skaz going, I messed with him when he answered the call. Tony Brothers, Angel Hernandez, like real Gerard Mayo type. Make up your mind on what you're going to call tonight.
Ooh, see, I knew it was going to be that. I knew it was going to come. That's why I was trolling you a little bit there, Skaz. Tony Brothers tonight. How was he?
He was Tony Brothers, Joe. He was perfectly fine. He made some bad calls, made some fine calls. I don't care about the refs. He won the game. Free throws were pretty even.
Yeah, hit your free throws.
Yeah, hit your free throws would be my advice. If you want to complain about Tony Brothers, complain about the guys on your team missing free throws. If you lose games, it's not because of Tony Brothers.
How about the Cater thing? Am I just looking at it as they wanted to give Al the rest? They had no other option.
They've completely abandoned Xavier Tillman. Completely abandoned it. You almost feel bad for the guy. Like I know he wasn't great, but I'm surprised they've gone away from him as much as they have. And Kata got exposed at times tonight, but that's what's going to happen when you have Kata out there.
I don't think when it's rotational against the Cavs, I don't think you're going to see Kata. Like tonight, they realized Kata's going to struggle in this type of situation. Cornette, I think, would actually be the option, but you're right. Tillman, woof. Woof. I thought they were tinkering. I didn't think they, the Celtics blew the lead and they stink and weren't. No, I think that Kata got picked on and got destroyed. And the whole reason why they were doing it was because they wanted to give Al Horford a breather. At least that's what I thought. So, we'll take a break. We're here all night, everybody. Coming home from the game, 617-779-0985. How about the Bruins? New coach. Montgomery's gone. How do you feel about that? Yeah. Little news dump before the biggest Celtics game of the year.
Gotta love that timing, huh?
I don't remember when Cassidy's was, though. But I remember Claude's. I remember.
Oh, yeah. Parade day.
Oh, yeah. There was a 2-mile wait to get past the damn green line. And Claude got fired. I wish that was mentioned in that. Yep, parade day for the Patriots. Claude got axed. Just a nice little news dump. All right, we'll go to break. Line them up, everybody. Skaz is here. I'm Joe Murray on the Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. On the way.
to make history. Garland drives, good block by Al Horford, off the glass into the hands of Derek White. Al Horford has been amazing tonight. Derek White for Jason Tatum deep on the right side against Niang. Return to White. He's just going to launch. It's a straightaway three, and it's good. Derek White is so locked in tonight. The rim looks huge to him.
It didn't even look like that shot he was about to take it, but they had their hands down.
All right, back here at 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. That was Derek White. He went off in the third quarter. Even though the third quarter was not the greatest for the Celtics tonight. This game got people jazzed up. I'm reading our chat right now. And you can watch the show on YouTube, everybody. Someone said I look like I just got out of a chicken parm coma. I wish. And you know what's funny? The other night we did a lot of chicken parm talk. I actually wrote an article of my 5 favorite chicken parms that I never posted, Skess. Maybe I'll save that one before the holiday. What do you think? Because there's nothing like talking chicken parm before the holidays. It's like, hey, oh, by the way, we have a full show tomorrow night, right? Ooh. Maybe we could do Joey's turkey leg. Gobble, gobble.
Might be our only chance.
I know. When the hell are we ever going to be on again for a full show? Einbein says, hello, Joe. Donovan Mitchell went to Marcus Smart's school of flop. Actually, I thought he got his mouth busted open.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that didn't get reviewed.
How is that not a flagrant?
Going for the ball, I guess.
Wait a second. Remember how I got on Grant Williams about what he did? Now, Grant's was worse. At least Tatum was coming out of like a double team switch, right? But it was a shoulder block into Donovan Mitchell. It was kind of like he jumped, like as in the double team, but jumped and then shoulder blocked. Tatum's getting bigger. His shoulders are getting bigger. Wide is what I mean. He's not a little boy anymore. He's not 19 anymore. Can you believe that? NBA officials suck. I am so surprised. Sarcasm. Someone was upset about blown leads, Skez. Is there a stat about blown leads for the Celtics over the last 2 years?
I believe the Celtics have the fewest blown leads in the NBA all of last season into this season, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Okay. How about Jason Tatum? He hit a buzzer beater.
End of the third quarter, Joe.
So
let's not get crazy.
That doesn't count?
It's not a game winner.
So so it doesn't count if it's at the end of a quarter. That's not the fourth.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting first quarter buzzer beaters.
So if he hits a shot at the buzzer, but it's the first quarter, not doesn't go on his record.
I know that should not and is not considered clutch, I don't think.
What about the one when he won against the Nets in the final second on a layup that ended the series?
I believe that counts.
That would count.
That one counts.
Okay. So tonight, the three, because they had a rough third quarter, remember? Because that three put them up 5 points. What did they win by? 3. I don't know. Hey, to me, first quarter, third quarter, it won the game. But again, doesn't matter. He's not clutch. Yeah. Like, did you see? In back-to-back games, he has hit a shot with time expiring. That's good, right? I don't know. Between the refs and Tatum's not clutch, things getting a little out of hand here. The chat is funny. It doesn't count, Joe. Doesn't count, everyone's saying. Tatum was going for the ball, someone says, on the Donovan Mitchell play. Okay. Maybe he was. I don't care. I really don't. All right. Well, listen, this is what we're going to have to do, everybody. I see Joe in Portsmouth, and I see Matt in Connecticut. They're on hold. What we have to do is we have to pause 10 seconds for station identification. And then we're going to give you the headline, tell you all the information that happened throughout the day, and then we're going to go straight with no commercials. So how about you stand by? And if you want to call in, now's the time to do it. 617-779-0985. Let's pause. We'll get the headlines here with Joe Murray. That's me. Next on the Sports Hub.
WBC-FM and HD Boston.
Patriots!
From the opening kickoff to the final play.
Touchdown!
Your home of the past.
Yes.
98.5. The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, well, we'll start with the Celtics tonight, who have dethroned the undefeated Cleveland Cavaliers after their 120-117 win tonight. Jason Tatum, 33 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. He also had a buzzer beater, but it didn't count for some. Holding off Donovan Mitchell's 35 points tonight and 8 rebounds. The NBA Cup will continue on Friday night when the Celtics go to Washington. Speaking of going to Washington, they're going to visit the White House. We're going to have that audio tomorrow. Well, the Bruins, they've moved on from Jim Montgomery. Adios, amigo. And they wished him the best in his future endeavors. Joe Sacco will take over. They'll take on Utah on Thursday night. And the Patriots play the Dolphins this week. They never win in Miami. And they've never beaten Tua. But they're still going to play the game no matter what. Headlines, they are brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update soon.
To us, Boston pride runs deep.
I'm a Bostonian!
This is Boston's home for sports.
Bow, bow, bow!
98.5, the Sports Hub.
All right, back here, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Extended coverage here on 98.5, the Sports Hub. We go late after the games, everybody. We go late. Celtics winners tonight over the Cavs. They didn't cover the spread. Everyone's upset about it. I'm not. But Tony Brothers was a problem tonight for some people. There were people who took the under tonight. Well, that little basket at the end of the game, that one hurt. Finished 237. Some people had 235. I had 234.5 and 232.5. So this is what happens when you bet lines early and late. So you guys want to blame the refs. But if you got it earlier in the day, you would have got a better number. Or if you waited to find out that certain players were out, you would have got a better number. So again, you can blame Tony Brothers, but you should blame yourself for not getting a good line. Let's go to the phones. Speaking of lines, let's see how the people are feeling about tonight's game as we're here until 11 o'clock on the Sports Hub. Joe is in Portsmouth. Hello, Joe.
Joe Murray, how you doing, my man? Long time, first time.
How you doing?
First of all, if you have an hour tonight, I would be very interested in that chicken parm cake. I will take notes all night. But
wait, real quick, are you from Portsmouth?
I'm from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, yeah.
All right, so where does one go for a chicken parm sub in Portsmouth, New Hampshire?
Massimo's. Massimo's got to be the best Italian in Portsmouth, hands down.
Is it a restaurant or is it like a sub shop?
It's a restaurant. Portsmouth is in need of better Italian. Cafe Med is pretty good as well, but Massimo's is the best restaurant.
Yeah, no, I know Massimo.
Really
I know Massimo's, but like, dude, I can't order a chicken parm sub at Massimo's and leave.
You can get it to go.
No, but that's what I mean. It's like it's not like the same.
I know.
I want it wrapped up, stapled in a bag, and handed to me with maybe a bag of chips.
Sounds like an opportunity.
At Massimo, it's going to come in one of those Tupperware containers.
Yeah, it's going to be like $35 too. It's
Exactly.
not gonna be that good.
I know. You might as well just eat it there.
Well, you should open a store. I'd be your first customer.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Pritchard needs to get more minutes off the bench. He got 26 minutes tonight. He only scored 13 points, but the guy was all over the court. He felt like he had way more of an impact to the game than what the numbers tell. He's ripping for the ball. He was draining threes at points. I mean, Tatum fed out to him. He drained a huge basket. He's been shooting more than he ever has in his career, and they're encouraging him to do it. I think he's the secret to the Celtics' success, and if he doesn't perform tonight, I don't know if they pull off the W. What do you think?
Who would you bench then for minutes?
It's a tough call. I don't know. Maybe Derek White if he's cold.
The guy who got hot tonight with 19 points, and they're arguably their best defender.
What do you think?
I would probably go Drew.
He looked pretty good under the basket all night.
Joe, they gotta sit somebody. Joe, they can't play 6 guys.
Yeah, I don't know. More minutes for Pritchard.
All right,
that's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Skaz. You got any insight of how they can get more minutes for Pritchard?
Can we look, Joe? I love Pritchard. I'm all aboard the sixth man of the year. Joe Murray first on it.
Plus 4,000.
I'm all aboard, but can we not do that? He should get starter minutes. Peyton Pritchard was a minus 14 tonight, second worst on the team behind Neemias Queta. Queta was a minus 15. Peyton Pritchard is a great bench player, one of the best in the league. I'm not convinced that he's much more than that.
So wait, he was only the worst 2 players tonight were.
Neemias Queta was a minus 15. Peyton Pritchard was a minus 14.
Wow.
Sam Hauser, minus 13. All of the bench were in the negatives. Your starters all with plus minus
so
numbers.
how do you get more minutes? Does Jaylen Brown play the 4?
26 minutes is perfectly fine for Peyton Pritchard. That is more than enough minutes. Derek White, the gentleman he would like to sub out for Peyton Pritchard, was a second team high, plus 17 tonight. Thought it was one of Derek White's best games of the year. So while I love Peyton Pritchard, think he's a great story, I would just pump the brakes a little bit on the Peyton Pritchard thing.
People are saying there's a rare Joe sighting. Well, if you come on at 6:00, you'll see me, and then after the game, you'll see me, and on YouTube, you'll see me. I know, man. But we're here right now until 11:00. Let's enjoy it while we got it. We got this time together. The bad beats for the under, Terrace says, yep. Imagine if you... Well, I guess if you wanted the under 235, you're on the right side of it. But all those missed free throws, you would have been doomed anyways. Let's see. Who else? We got John. He is in the car. Hello, John. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, Joe. I'm on my way out of the Celtics game right now. It was a great game to go to, and I want to tell you I am in on the NBA Cup. It is here to stay, and my prediction is this is coming to all the sports, everything but football, obviously. MLB is going to have it, hockey's going to have it, everything's going to have some sort of in-season tournament because. You know what? It makes for meaningful games, even if at the end this stupid trophy doesn't mean anything. These players care about it, and I'll tell you, the court's pretty cool, too. What do you think?
I'm out.
What are you out for?
I think it's stupid. I think they don't care. I think they want the money and they want to go to Vegas, but like they're not gonna throw a lot of energy into something that is kind of meaningless.
Joe, I don't know if you've seen some of the NBA games around the past week or so. There's been a lot of close, nail-biting finishes. I think these players do genuinely care about it. And I'll tell you one more thing. It really gives these middling teams a chance to win something.
So that's I'll agree with you on. But I don't care about middling teams. Do you care about the Washington Wizards or the Chicago Bulls?
No, those are not middling teams.
But that's who the Celtics are playing next.
I'm talking about actually competing to win the NBA Cup.
Well, no, but okay, so the Celtics are in it, right? They're competing. So they got Atlanta and lost. Atlanta's 1-2. They got the Cavs, who are undefeated, and they beat them. So now they're +2. They have to beat Washington really, really bad in order to have a shot to advance. Like, what's the entertainment factor for me in that one?
That's how a lot of these AAU tournaments work, and a lot of tournaments.
No, I know, but you watch the rest of the league, right?
Yes.
Okay, but a person here doesn't care. Like, I get you. I watch all the games too, but like, as far as the Celtic, I don't care if the Celtics win the cup or not.
Oh, I think it'd be pretty cool, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, but who cares about the cup?
Today.
What do you care about? Do you care about the cup or a championship?
Obviously, you care about the championship more, Joe.
Then nobody cares about the cup, bro. Nobody cares.
Just because it's less than an NBA championship doesn't mean it doesn't matter at all. I think it's really cool. I think it is meaningful, and I think these players are playing hard, and it shows with these tight, tough finishes we're getting.
Let me ask you this, John. Do you think it meant something to the Lakers last year? What did it mean for the Lakers when they raised the cup banner?
You know who I think it meant a lot to? I think it meant a lot to LeBron James.
That's the point, bro. That's my point. It means a lot to LeBron, middling team with nothing to play for. It's really cool for the New Orleans Pelicans, right? And who else is a middle? Give me another middler.
People in the chat are wondering if that was Adam Silver that just called in, trying to pump up the NBA Cup.
That's funny.
And Joe, I think LeBron cared about it in the moment because he thought he had the chance to be someone that won the first NBA Cup and then went on to contend for a title. I think it matters much more in that sense if you can say, oh, we won this middle of the season tournament and won the NBA title. We were the best team throughout the season. You want to put that feather in your cap? Fine. But do I think
Chiefs are the best team through 8 games or 10 games do you think they want the
raise the banner?
Remember
Joe.
The Patriots in 2019 8-0? They were the best team through 8 weeks.
The boogeyman.
Yeah, they were 8 weeks.
I'm pretty sure Joe Mazzulla was asked about the NBA Cup pregame and was like, yeah, I don't care. I'll find the quote, but basically that's what he said.
Just call it the LeBron Cup. They should. You know what? The LeBron Cup. That's what it is. But now we're going to watch the Washington Wizards versus how bad do they have to beat the Wizards by? How bad? No, for real. How much do they need to beat Washington by? 20?
Yeah, something like that. But Joe Mazzulla's comments on the NBA Cup, Joe, he was asked why the NBA Cup matters, and he said, who said that? Was his first response. And then he did add on to it. He said, to me, over the course of a long season, it presents something good can come from it. If you lose, you're pissed off because you didn't achieve your goal of winning. And if you win, you achieve your goal of winning. So Joe Mazzulla is one of these guys where I think he would almost prefer for his basketball team to lose in the NBA Cup, and he would use it as motivation.
You know what I think would be a great bit? Is Joe Mazzulla in studio right here with us. And I just ask him questions about like things just to see if he cares or not. You know? Like, did the girl ever go to see Ben Affleck in Florida? What do you think he'd say, Skess? It's open to interpretation. Right?
The last thing I'm going to do, Joe, we do a lot of preview predictions on the show. I will not predict anything Joe Mazzulla might say.
That's great.
Because I have no idea.
That man, I could have a field day with him. Plus, he's like a Rhode Island guy. he's a little bit younger than me, but he's a little older than you. So like, this like I bet you he watches shows. I bet you you've seen the Detroiters.
I would hope so.
A
couple good laughs.
Do you think he knows what a chunky is?
I don't know if he's a big Tim. I would like to see Joe Mazzulla and Tim Robinson in the same room.
I will tell you this: the first guy that called, not the NBA Cup guy, but the first guy from Portsmouth. When I said, "Where do you go to get a chicken parm?" he gave an answer immediately. If I asked Joe Mazzulla where to go to get a chicken parm, he's going to give me an answer, right? Like he'll probably be like, he'll be like, I bet you it's somewhere in Rhode Island. He'll mention that they use like vodka sauce or something, or a certain bread. All I'm saying is he'll know. Oh, I would like that. How do we make that happen? How do we boot Beetle and Zoe and McCone off for a day? I didn't mean that. I meant it as, how do we get them off the air someday so we can have Mazzulla on? Or have him just, hey, Joe, are you listening? Hey, Joe Mazzulla, where do you go for a chicken parm? You can call in at 617-779-0985. Just ask for Joe. Jake's in Worcester. Hello, Jake.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Hey.
Just calling in for the second time here. Big fan of the show, and I wanted to say Banner 19 is loading because I called in last season around the second game, and I said Banner 18's loading, and, I like what I'm seeing after tonight, and I'm not an NBA Cup guy, but I really like this team, and once Porzingis is back, I'm just saying it's over. This championship is secured once again. I'm feeling good. I hit an 18-leg parlay tonight. Let's go.
Yeah. Bum, bum,
Woo!
bum, 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 bum. Where? Oh, Joe, you hung up. He's in Worcester, huh? I know where to go to get a chicken parm in Worcester. I go to Chow Bella.
Yeah, that's where you call Tim McCone.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, it is. Yeah, and there's a Hot Dog Annie's. There's a guy called in the other night. He goes, yeah, I live near the airport. And I said, oh, right now, Hot Dog Annie's. He goes, yeah, how'd you know? It's like, dude, come on. Maybe that will be like a quest of mine over the holidays, is to just try a chicken parm everywhere. Like at some point I'll get sick of a chicken parm, right? I feel like I need to go like outside of where I know. Like I gotta go your way, Skess.
Take a trip down south, Joe.
I have been to Lorenzo's though, which
classic.
haven't been to in
Middleborough
years.
Staple.
But I enjoyed their chicken parm.
Last time I wandered into Lorenzo's after a golf round, the great Chachi LaPret was in there having Beatles night. Had to say what's up to Chachi.
Was he eating a submarine?
No, he was doing Beatles trivia, I believe, which was fantastic to get to sit on the outside and watch that happen.
That is legendary. Yeah, like I feel like, down the Cape, like am I going to really get a parm down the Cape, Like where do you go to get a parm on Nantucket? Joe Sacco, who's the new Bruins coach, the interim coach, he's from Medford. He lives right near Bob's Deli, who makes one of the best chicken parms out there. On a braided roll, and they wrap it with like saran wrap first, and then use the sub wrap. NBA Cup. Who cares? For real. Abby's leaving the game. Hello, Abby. Hello. Did you just prank call me? I heard your voice. What was all that about? Abby. Dear Abby. All right, well, if you're coming home from the game, feel free to hang out with us. I got some takeaways from the game if you want. Oh, whoa, hey. Ein Bein.
Joe, my man, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Paul.
So if you come to Connecticut, you go to Nardelli's. It's a sub shop. There's like 4 or 5 locations, and they have a great chicken parm.
All right, so how do you order your chicken parm?
I haven't ordered one in a long time because I don't go out anymore.
Where would you go, though? When back in the day, where would you go?
Nardelli's in Hartford.
How do I spell that?
Nardelli'.
Nardelli's.
Yeah. There's like
and they're
5 or 6 locations in Connecticut.
They're a grinder.
Well, yeah, some grinder, whatever you call them, heroes.
They got a gobbler right now, the Thanksgiving gobbler. Limited time only. When's the last time you had a gobbler?
It's been a while, I'm sure.
All right, I'm looking at Nardelli's. So if I go,
man, you come down this way, you got to go there.
So if I go in there, can I say that I know who you are?
They won't know me, no. It's been a while, man. I've been out of touch with stuff for a long time now since I got sick. So, but I know it was good. I've been there several times prior to that, like 6-7 years ago. They got a location in Waterbury. They got one in West Hartford.
What kind of cheese? What kind of cheese do you put on yours?
Well, it's got to be mozzarella, man. That's the only kind.
Yeah, because if you don't, who are you?
Yeah, I mean that's not a parm if it's not mozzarella. Come on.
Do you like the shredded cheese too, the grated cheese?
No, I like the when you have like a homemade mozzarella with the ball. You know, you just take big chunks off of it and melt it. That's how I make my pizzas at home.
Do you have like a certain oven to make your pizzas?
No, I just throw it right in the oven.
I like cauliflower pizza of late.
Oh, come on, no.
Dude.
That's disappointing, Joe. Come on.
No, look.
You're
listen,
a food guy. What are you doing?
Yeah, you know what it is? I get fat because I eat a lot of bad food.
Well,
it makes me feel better.
I am fat, and I don't want to eat freaking pizza made with anything but cheese and like real stuff.
It's just the crust, bro.
No. That's Dodgers.
No, it's true.
You're turning woke on me, bro. Come on.
Oh, God, I don't even know what that means. It's a pizza on a cauliflower bread, and I put it in the oven, and it tastes good. It's supposed to make me feel better.
Yeah, I don't need to feel better at this point. Who cares?
Thank you. You ever had a cauliflower crust? It's really good.
I think you stunned him, Joe. You shocked him to his core.
There's an article about it. And 98.5thesports.com, somewhere on there. You just go there, you type in Joe Murray frozen pizzas. When should I unleash the Joe Murray 5 chicken parm spots? They're my list. It doesn't mean it's the right list. Doesn't mean it's the best list. It just means it's my list. You know who else I want to know who gets a good... Like, it's funny. I go by Soldiers Field Road on Fridays, guys. And when I drive by the McDonald's, it says, congratulations to our customer, Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum must eat McDonald's. So I go to the same McDonald's as Jason Tatum. So that would make me think that maybe I could go to the same place that Jason Tatum eats a chicken parm. Like, do the Celtics have their own parm guy? What's their catering situation? What are they eating on their way to Washington?
I do remember some press after a big win earlier in the season. They were very excited to have Chick-fil-A in the locker room.
Oh, yes!
That was a big one earlier in the year.
All right, Kevin is in the truck. Keep it clean.
Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Hey.
Joe, I want to say Cartelli's up in Somersworth, New Hampshire. They're one of the best chicken farms you'll ever get in your entire life.
What part of New Hampshire?
It's Somersworth.
Where is that?
Somersworth's up near Dover and Rowan's right up near that area.
Dude, I know they do the North End stuff. I know this spot.
Yeah, it's a small little hole in the wall next to a Mediterranean place.
I know
it's there.
I know exactly where this is.
One of the best Italian places in the joint.
Can I get a takeout though?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they do takeout all the time. You sit there. I mean, it's 10 minutes for a bar spot. Family friendly, but it's a little hole in the wall. I mean, they're seating 20, 30 people at a time.
The only reason why I know where this is near the Applebee's.
Absolutely, yeah. It's right at that little intersection right there next to the Applebee's in Somersworth.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, you got anything else? What'd you think of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I was there, honestly. I expected more out of Jaylen Brown, but he did pretty well. Honestly, Tatum proved that he could be an MVP candidate for the year, That's just one of those games.
Yeah, man. How's the vibe?
Oh, unbelievable in there. It was like playoffs in there, I mean, it's one of those games that it's just in-season tournament just brings it out of people.
Yeah. Did you eat before or after you're going to eat after the game?
We had a little grub at the Hurricanes beforehand, but nothing.
Just put something in the old
What
belly.
do you think about Hurricanes?
I love Hurricanes. They're great to us. We broadcast from
Good
that.
spot.
Yeah,
Unreal.
I did a Papa Shot competition there last year, and this dude won.
Did you win?
No, well, I hosted it, so I was the guy on the mic, and then some dude won, and then we ran him over to the garden, and then he had a chance for a half-court shot, and he just missed. If he won, he would have won $50,000.
50,000. I mean, how close was he?
Dude, it was close. He almost front rimmed it.
Well, at least he tried,
That's right. Thank you. All right. Well, it seems like some people have just woken up. So why don't we get everybody caught up on what's happening? We'll take a quick break. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports.
You're listening to Joe Murray on 98.
back here, 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Joe Murray. We have a full show tomorrow night, everyone. Full show. In or out, musings. We have stories that we have been holding on to for days to talk about. We have guests. A lot to talk about. Celtics win. Bruins. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, Greg said he woke up and he heard about the Bruins. What happened, Glenn? That's the second time that's happened tonight. Is this like a bit? To call in, I say your name, and then you hang up?
I don't think that one was a bit, Joe, because when he called in, he did say good morning to me and seemed very disoriented at the time of day.
All right, we'll see if we can get him back up. Let's talk to Greg in the meantime. He's in Walpole, Massachusetts. Hey, Greg.
Oh, wow. I've been on once with you before, and I said a curse word. I apologize.
Okay.
Don't do it again. The best sandwich you're ever going to have. It's called Best Sandwich Company on Route 1 in Peabody.
You know what? Funny. I live in Peabody.
You need to go there immediately.
Did it used to be the old Sunrise?
I don't know. I happened upon that place at work one time.
Yeah, it's the old Sunrise.
They had a fried chicken chipotle BLT.
Ooh, whoa! I'm looking at their palm right now. It's on a breaded roll.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Yeah. So I live literally down the street from this place.
You need to go there like probably every day.
Probably tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I finally tried Dave's hot chicken too.
I love Dave's hot chicken.
Oh God, yeah. That's what I called you about before when I said the swear word that got me booted.
Yeah, no, you're good. So you live in Peabody?
I live in Walpole.
Oh, how the hell do you go from Walpole to Peabody?
Work.
Oh. That must be a crappy ride.
No, I work all over the place. It's fine.
No.
It's worth it for the sandwiches.
Absolutely, dude. I grew up in Boston, and now I live on the North Shore, and I love all the food options. There's not a lot of food options back where I live. Like in Walpole, where do you go?
Jimmy John's and shit like that.
Sorry. Come on, man! What did Jeremy always say?
I'm blaming that one on you, Joe.
Yeah, Jeremy always said.
You let them dangle out there on the line.
Whenever Joe gets too comfortable.
And the callers get too comfortable as well.
By the way, you hear that Jimmy John story? I might have to sit on that one for
I was going to say, you might have to fill me in on that one.
Yeah, I might have to sit on that one. All right, Glenn's back. He just woke up. What'd you miss, Glenn?
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, what'd you miss?
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Joe, how are you?
I'm all right, man. I think I'm doing better than you, or I'm.
Okay, I got to take the phone off speaker, right?
All right, bro.
Okay,
hi.
I love the show. I can't believe I'm on the show. I love the Bruins.
Okay.
And I don't know. What do you? I don't know, Joe. We got that team. I love the Bruins. Everyone loves the Bruins. They've underperformed in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
We all know that. They've got I don't know what season they were the President's Cup. They get knocked out in the first round, second round. I can't remember. I'm trying to put it on paper to figure out what the
first round.
That's happened. First round, right?
First round.
They what? 5 games they were gone.
They lost in 7 in the best year ever. And then last year they lost in Game 6 in the second.
Yes, they got beat by who? Carolina,
the team that won the championship.
Yeah, the best team in the fuck.
No, dummy up again. All right. I think we might have to. This is like when you get a bad hand.
I'm putting you on ice, Joe.
This is like when you get a bad hand at the poker table.
You just keep trying to hit, and it's not working.
It's like your app when you're betting. You just keep depositing. So what's going on with you guys?
Oh, Joe, just happy the Celtics got a win tonight. Montgomery thing, expected, right? I think he was the scapegoat, fall guy.
Yeah.
Kind of embarrassing for the organization, I think, as a whole, how it went down.
I kind of, it's weird, but I'm giving like Pasternak and McAvoy. Like if I went to Pucks and Paddles tomorrow, which I'm not, you know why I'm not going? I don't think I was invited.
Got a show to do, Joe.
Yeah, but
I know. It's in the afternoon, I believe.
I mean, we could have gone.
I honestly, I'd be very interested what the mood is around Pucks and Paddles tomorrow.
I'd be giving side eye to Pasternak and Swayman and McAvoy. Maybe even Marchand. It's like side eye, like, sure about that?
Oh, they're trotting Chara out there. They're trotting Bergeron out there. They'll have Tuca there. They'll have all the shields out there to try and deflect any hard-hitting questions, I'm sure.
Pucks and Paddles. So I've watched the worst football game in a long time. The worst game I can remember is last year, Belichick's final game, the Zappy game against the Jets.
That Raiders game was pretty bad.
Oh, that was bad, too. Well, I just watched a MAC football game.
Kent State, baby, defeated.
They lost to Central Michigan, the Chippewas.
And Kent State's now, 0-10, 0-11?
Kent State's awful, but the final score is 16-14.
Barn burner.
But it was horrible. But yet, I got to give credit to the student section. They showed out in Central Michigan. They won by 2 points over the worst team in college football, and they are going to party. Now, that's some action right there, man. You want to watch some bad football on television? You don't need to watch on Sundays. You just put on Tuesday, Wednesday night action. Look at these guys dancing with some trophy. What's the name of that trophy? What, the Kent State and Central Michigan have a trophy that they battle for? Like, what is this, Iowa State? Don't they battle over something? They're still there. They're going nuts. Why am I, like, that party?
Joe, is it the wagon wheel?
I don't know what it is, but what their part. Look at them.
Central Michigan and Kent State compete for several trophies across sports, including the wagon wheel, the Victory Cannon, the Michigan Mac Trophy, and the Jacoby Trophy. I think that's the wagon wheel, Joe. I don't know. It could be the Victory Cannon. I'm not getting a great look at it.
I can't get a good look at it either. I need to know now. Know what that reminded me of when you said wagon wheel? There was this commercial when I was a kid. It was probably from the 80s. But it was this guy that, like, had a hankering for a hunk of cheese. A hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yahoo! You got a hankering. Ooh, is that the wheel? Or that's a cannon. It's the cannon.
The Victory Cannon.
It's the Victory Cannon.
What's a bigger deal, Joe? The Victory Cannon or the NBA Cup?
Well, I'm telling you right now, this Victory Cannon, they're getting it in. They're going. Look at it. The ESPN hasn't gotten off them in how long? Oh, someone's crying. This is great. The Victory Cannon of Central Michigan. Who's famous at Central Michigan? Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown's the first one I thought of.
Dan LaFiva. Who else went to Central Michigan? Kent State, I know Julian Edelman. Dolph Ziggler, the wrestler.
Jeff Daniels went to
from
Central Michigan.
Dumb and Dumber?
I believe so.
Wow.
Tom Crean.
Oh, okay. The Chippewas. All right, well, and then they just moved on. They went away from the.
How about one gentleman we were forced to watch last night, Cooper Rush. Central Michigan.
Oh, Central Michigan's finest right there. Oh, I can't wait for that afternoon nap on Thanksgiving when it's Tommy Cutlets. Speaking of chicken cutlets.
J.J. Watt, also Central Michigan, before Wisconsin.
That's right. Imagine Cooper Rush. And some guy goes, now you know why that caller couldn't believe he was on your show.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, well, let's wrap this thing up here on the other side. I'm Joe Murray. Skaz is here. You're listening to 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Don't go anywhere. There's more Joe Murray. More Joe Murray.
All right, back here 98.5, the Sports Hub. I don't know if everybody knows this. I'm a big card collector. Like sports trading cards. And a baseball card so rare, some doubt it even existed, has been found in Danvers, Massachusetts. That's the next town over from me. The story of how a Babe Ruth Boston Red Sox rookie card was found. And the story's crazy. He says a man named Jeff who collects vintage cards. He lives in Newburyport. He got to talking to a guy who stopped by a family estate sale in Danvers, and it turned out to be baseball cards. He goes, "You have Babe Ruth Morehouse Bakery cards?" He said, "I do." The Danvers man who went to remain anonymous told this guy he used to collect Morehouse Bakery cards. Said he's got more than 100, including 2 Ruth baseball cards. And it's before he was a Yankee, so obviously it's a rookie, but it was in great condition, and it was expected to fetch at least $500,000. And they're going to have a bidding watch party for it. But imagine just stopping by some little estate sale or bake sale outside, and there's baseball cards or some sort of trading card. And all of a sudden you're like, hey, I got those. And you go home and you realize you have millions of dollars worth of cards. It happened in Danvers, Massachusetts. Right under my nose. And I'm pissed. I'm happy for the guy, though. A card from 1916, bro? How do you even grade that bad boy? I'm jealous. Sarko!
Joe, what's up? What's going on, brother? How you doing tonight? Obviously doing well. I see that.
Where do you go for a chicken parm?
Listen. See, this is I was listening. I said, chicken parm. I said, honestly, I get so disappointed every time I order chicken parm. You know, honestly, the best chicken parm I have is at my house. And my wife kept wanting me to tell you that the best food that we always get, because she heard you ask me, is at home. We make the best food at home. We do catering. We do a little bit of everything. But you know what I mean? The best chicken parm be at home. Any other questions? Tell me.
What's your favorite chain restaurant?
Chain restaurant. See, there you go. I get disappointed when I go out, but like, you know, we was talking about, I see some commercials going on right now about Applebee's has now like I think a $9.99, and then Chili's came out with a $10.99 burger with fries and a drink. And, you know, they just try to up them up with the cheese, and, you know, the cheese and the nachos for $1 more pretty much. Okay, but you can go to Applebee's and you can get a burger, bacon cheeseburger, by the way, or a chicken sandwich, okay, with fries and a drink for $9.